And it just compounded some serious other issues with OARs and ORSs. And so really, as it was mentioned before, the only real fix to deal with this is to repeal the maps and the associated ORSs and OARs to them. And then that eviscerates the appeal process, eviscerates the zoning, if you will, of the hazard areas around the property. And that's what we're hopeful that we're going to be able to do before March 7th day.
Thanks, David. Al, you want to say anything before we get to questions?
No, just to boil it down, the action items you all need to do is file an appeal and email Jeff Golden. Just keep those two things in your mind.
Great. All right, thanks. Rob, you had your hand up in the back. Was there something? Oh, questions. You have more questions? Okay. All right. Before we get to, we're gonna get there. Before we get there, I want to just double down on something Alec just said. Part of the process tonight is I want to stress how important it is to get in the appeal. I hate this whole thing, but you have to have standing. So we're not done fighting, but we need all of you guys to have standing in the fight, right? So, and to that point, I think it's up on the board right now on the 25th in Salem at the Capitol. There's going to be a protest. I'm sure some of you remember the timber protest we did a while back, the timber rally. I would hope this would be just as big, because if you look at those fire maps, what you'll notice is the red part of the fire maps also is just like the red part of our state. So this was a shot at rural Oregon, and it's going to take all of us to get it undone. Okay. Bob, did you have a question? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so with that, before we get to you, I have a whole list of questions. If you haven't filled one out of the back, I've still got some time. But so I'm going to just start down the questions. I don't know who wrote these questions, but it'll be up to all of us to answer. Let's see, what happens if we overturn the ODF map, but not Senate Bill 762? Are they two different things?
Well, I was looking for some of the emails or some of the.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it's kind of more complicated than that. Bob might be able to offer a little more into that, but really, if you repeal the map, there will be ORSs associated with it, but the repeal needs to be a little deeper and more complex than that to make sure that it also deals with the land use issues in the hazard zones.
That's correct, because I've heard proposals to change it is, well, we'll take the tax lots out of it, and we'll just make it more of a generalized neighborhood now. That doesn't do anything without taking out the underlying mandates that go along with it. What it does do is take away your right to appeal of your tax law. So changing the map is going to do that, just getting the map away is.
I'll look at these and see if it comes up with my answer. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Bob and David. Okay, next question I have is, who gets the money from the fines? Who wants to take a shot at that?
I assume it's ODF.
I'm guessing it's ODF.
Oh, the state fireman gets the money for the fines?
Well, they need it. Right. Okay, apparently there is a map specific to where we live and level. Not sure I understand the question. Let's go to the next one. Is all the DFPA in the high hazard zone? And the answer to that is no, but most of the DFPA is in the high hazard zone. Is there a local ODF person that I can sit down with and go over our WUI designation? I think, I don't know who asked that question, but I don't know that there's a local ODF person that can do that. I think that's something you reach out to one of us, and we'll take that fight to Salem for you. We'll take the questions at ODF. We just got a new forester, if you don't know that. She seems